All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly watch report on Monday. 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 So honestly, I feel like I didn't watch that much this week. There's a lot of basketball on. We're still in March. It's March. It's March. Our
It's
team
March.
lost.
It's March Madness.
March Madness. Duke ended up winning both games this weekend. So that's big news.
My bracket's still alive.
Let's go.
Guys, I'm not going to brag, but my bracket is killing it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm number one in all my things.
Oh,
wow,
shit.
Good for you.
But
Good for you. We'll see what happens. You never know. It's March.
We unfortunately our Prairie View Panthers, it was maybe the worst March Madness game I've ever watched in my life. So that was tough.
It was so fucking bad. It was so terrible.
It was tough. Florida's very good, and those guys on Florida are so tall.
Yeah.
Although Florida's not looking too hot right now, but we'll see.
Oh, are they losing?
They were, but they're up by 2 right now, but they were down pretty much the whole game.
I said there's a guy that's 7'9". I said that's you can't be. I thought that was a made up height.
Is that real?
Yes. He doesn't play. He's he's on the bench. He played in the last game. That was a whole big thing that he played.
It almost feels illegal to be that tall on a team. I feel like there should be a height cap. You're touching the rim.
They showed him dunk. He barely had to jump.
He just has to go on his tippy toes.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's insane. That is insane. All right, let's get into the things that we watched. Survivor talked about it on Friday's episode. I'm going to give that episode, I'll give it a B+. Came back around in the second half, get past the Zach Brown band stuff, and it was a good episode. I don't think it deserves to have the lowest rating on IMDb because the lead up to Tribal was really good. So I'll give Survivor a B+. Summer House this week was emotional. They had a really good conversation on this episode. During their dinner, the spotlight was kind of on West again and Ciara to kind of give another apology to Ciara for, fucking up in the past, going to talk to, news outlets and media about how he did not like her. And then he kind of said that, seeing it happen with Jesse and Lexi made him realize, how bad that all really was. And then Ciara opened up talking about being the first Black woman on Summer House and how she has to deal with or dealt with commentary around that, and what she builds up in her head is going to come her way if she acts a certain way or with guys. Yeah. And then KJ opened up about himself and his sisters and having to see what his sisters deal with and, everything they go through with being Black cast members on this show. So it was really nice to see the support of the house during this conversation. And for them to be able to talk about it and for them to air it as well. And then, Kyle kind of gave his point of view where he was as a white guy, I can just pop off and I don't got to worry about what people are going to say. But, you guys do.
Yeah, which he does often.
Which he does often. So acknowledging that privilege. And I thought it was just a really good conversation that was shown on the show. And I think now we're getting a little glimpse of something happening with Ciara and West going forward. And I don't know what happens, but it seems like they're flirting again. And then it looks like he does something and everyone's like, why would you do that? So I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it seems like a lot is going to go down between the two of them. But yeah, West was clearly extremely drunk when they were playing this game of spin the bottle, basically. But it's truth or dare, spin the bottle. And he's, rubbing Ciara's leg and touching her back. And everyone's like, dude, what are you doing? But he's can't even speak a word. He was incoherent. So it seemed.
Ciara broke the fourth wall and looked at the camera at least twice, which I love.
Yeah.
She was like, are you seeing what this guy's doing?
Yeah.
Which is so funny.
I love them playing that game. By the way, I was like, make summer fun again. It felt like they were laughing. There's a bunch of single people. They're kissing. They're enjoying their time. But I totally agree with everything you said about that dinner. I think it's so important for the rest of the cast to hear Ciara and KJ and Mia and everything that they have to say about being on the show especially like, Kyle had said in a place like filming a show in a place like the Hamptons too.
Mhm.
And it has to be good for West as well to hear Ciara sort of explain how she felt and what it's like for her to be a Black woman on this show who has been dating white guys, and
Mhm.
the feedback that she gets from that, and the commentary she gets and everything nonstop. It's really hard, and you feel for her because she seems to get so in her head about some of these things. And I think the quick judgment is like, oh, why is she doing that? And it's like, oh, because we do not understand
Yes.
how she is feeling in this relationship. It's so different for her in this situation. So I love that she was able to say that all to West's face and to really say it to the whole table, and
Mhm.
have the rest of the house support them and see what happens. Wes and Ciara clearly have an attraction to each other. They have a pull to each other. I don't know what's going to happen or if anything's going to happen. It's if they just can finally find a way to be in a good place. It kind of made it seem like maybe Wes like kissed somebody. I don't know. It seemed like something had happened that was not good, but the preview for the rest of the season looks fantastic. Carl and Kyle are getting into it, maybe over Amanda. There's some more commentary from Amanda on Ben. It's crazy. It looks like Ben's got a girl that he's bringing into the house. So it really is seeming to turn into like quite a chaotic rest of the season.
Yeah, this season looks fucking good. The rest of the season, I mean, the whole season's been really, really good, I think, and really fun. And the different cast members have each brought something to the show. The little clip of like Amanda talking about like Ben did try to fuck me in Italy. I'm like, justice for Bailey making that comment. Like, my God, because she read that and she got torn apart for it. But I will give Summer House an A- this week. I think it's really ramping up, and I cannot wait to see what happens between Carl and Kyle.
Can I also just say, really love the idea of Carl and Bailey. Like, I know that they kind of said that they had a little bit of a lunch date or a hangout to catch Carl up on everything that was going on. And I saw the clips of them doing like hot ones, and they were all joking about how they would be ones to hook up or date or whatever. And Lindsay's like, make out. I'm like, Lindsay, it's just, but I really do think they'd be so cute. I feel like they have the same energy.
I think they would be cute too. That would be cute.
Yeah.
And KJ and Dara are cute.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Currently dating.
Going strong.
Good for them. They are in love. And he was on Watch What Happens Live and gushing over each other. So that was really cute. Moving on to Southern Charm. I mean, oh my God. These people,
It's a tough reunion. Tough part one of the reunion for the guys.
What a tough showing for Craig. My goodness.
It was not good.
My goodness. I mean, and then, I don't understand. Like, Austin, like, just be honest about what's happening with Sally. Like, come on. I don't know. Like, he's worried about his ex-girlfriend, the whole thing, and it's kind of making Sally look silly. And these guys, they give me a headache, man. It's like they're never going to grow up. I don't know.
Well, sometimes you just hear them and I go, oh no. Like, I think Austin gets defensive because in his mind, it seems he thinks everyone's pushing him and Sally to be together, or Sally's pushing it or whatever. So he like becomes very defensive and comes off in not a great way. And I really didn't like what they were saying about Sally, she wants to be a wife, act like a wife, and she's out too much, and her body count and all this shit. I'm like, bro, and I'm glad Andy kind of called him out to be like, you're not exactly one to be talking about body count around Charleston. Like, meanwhile, Austin and them were talking about how they would like run around K Street and do whatever they wanted for years. It's like, yeah, you did.
No, the double standard is crazy.
It's crazy. I'm like, so Sally, who is single, needs to be sitting at home crocheting and cleaning the kitchen so that she can become a wife. Like, give me a break. She's having fun. She goes out, and they're like, she's out all nights. And it's like, so what?
Yeah, I
She's
also
single.
don't understand like this, like wives can't be fun and like go out. Like I don't understand that either. Like
Totally.
it's so fucking annoying. Like people, I mean, people do that shit all the time. Like if you post I have people, if I post a picture, like, you're a wife. And I'm like, yeah. And my husband tells me that I look fucking good and to post, he's like, you look so good. You need to post that, show yourself off, da, da, da. So like, I can't, like the way that, oh God, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I know it's not good. And sometimes I just wish, like, I want to shake these guys and be like, sometimes you just got to take it. Like, they're all talking to Craig and immediately it's so defensive. It's right back to them. Like, well, you guys have all done spats. I was like, no. You're deflecting. We're talking about you. It's not, oh, everybody else is messed up. And that's an excuse on why I can mess up. Cause they were saying that, I guess, off camera, he had yelled at Sally in front of her parents. And multiple people were there to see it happen. And it wasn't a good showing. I just want these guys to just eat it for a second. You messed up, eat it, say you're sorry, and move on and try and be better.
Yeah.
But it's the constant pushback and being defensive, and I'm doing all this work on myself and all these things, and I'm so much better. And everyone's like, no, you're not.
Yeah. And by the way, spare me with the I'm an empath. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, no, that's tough. That's
Stop.
tough.
Please. Like when Andy was like, you got empath spray from a magician.
Yeah, that I couldn't believe those none of those words.
They weren't real.
None of those words should have been in the same sentence.
No, it was literally like Mad Libs, and it's insane. It's so insane.
Yep.
I will give that a B because I'm just like grossed out by the behavior a lot of times, honestly. Love story. Holy shit. This show fucking plummeted. My God. I wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This episode was a stunner.
Yeah. It really seems like they're trying to build up the drama in their relationship towards the end of just like how not on the same page they were at this point in their relationship, or so it seems. But they just fought for 45 minutes, and that was the entire episode.
Some of the worst fake crying I have ever seen on screen, ever.
Absolutely stunning. The Princess Diana stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was genuinely like, what is happening in this show right now?
Like, I was like, I wonder if any of that was actually based in. Yeah. I was wondering if any of that was like actually based in reality. I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure it wasn't, because why? I don't think there's any way that they would know that. But because you kind of think about the comparison, and you hear him in the episode be like, he's there. That's the monarchy. Like, I took my bike to school. Like, it seemed like such a crazy fight that they just had for so long. And I still really like Sarah Pigeon. I think she's doing the best with what she's been given.
You're right, she is doing the best with what she's been given, but this episode was so bad. I have to give
it was just
I have to give this one a D. I have to give this episode a D. This might be one of the first Ds I've ever thrown out, because I couldn't believe what I was watching. Oh,
yeah.
It was tough. It was a bad one.
Yeah.
And that is all I watched for anything new.
Summer House, I'll give an A-. Southern Charm Part 1, I'll give a B+. Love Story, I'll give a C.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's, a C. Shrinking, I'm caught up on Shrinking. This is just the best show. I love Shrinking. I know I say it every time. It's just a really, really good show. Shrinking is an A-. There's a budding romance between Jason Segel's character and Kobe Smulders, also from How I Met Your Mother, Robin, which is kind of crazy because, of course, in How I Met Your Mother, there was never any crossover between the two of them romantically. But now in this, there is. And they're like on a date. And I was like, this feels wrong. But I like it. Like, you're like, no, Robin, what? But no, it's such a cute show and one of my favorites. On the plane, I caught up on all the Chicagos. So I'm up to date.
I did notice that.
Caught up on all the Chicagos. Fire and Med, I'll give a B. PD's like a C+. PD's just been falling off for me. I don't know what it is. I just haven't been as invested. And I think like having Haley and Jay back for the crossover reminded me of how much I loved it when they were on it, and now they're gone. So that was like, now that they're gone again, I'm like, they're gone again. But some good stuff with Paxton Hall Yoshida's character on Chicago Med. He's a little background, Rhea. He plays a pediatrician. He's a pediatric doctor in the emergency room, who also was a child star acting on television. He was like on the equivalent of like a Nickelodeon show. Like it was called Nick of Time. And it was him. And now he's got himself in quite the dilemma because he's got a sick dad and he may have to do a reboot to help support his dad.
Oh, wow. That's actually a good plot.
Yeah.
I like that.
So that's happening right now. I almost actually started to cry. I held it together because I didn't want you to see me crying at Chicago Med.
I would never judge. Why would I? I would never judge somebody crying at a television show.
No, I know, but it wasn't even you. It was just like everybody. Like I was like everybody around me is like, I don't need to be crying on the plane to Chicago Med. There's one story. It's like this adorable married couple. The husband was terminally ill, basically fighting for his life to stay alive till the birth of his daughter. And he's like making all these videos for her, and the baby's finally born. And I was like, I'm gonna sob in my seat. I held it together.
Yeah.
The Pitt, I'm all caught up. Very good. This was a really good episode. The Pitt's just an A. I don't know if I graded the 10 last week because I think I was behind. But I watched 10 and 11, and this last one, they always leave you on kind of a cliffhanger. I'm really into the drama with Langdon, and I wish I remembered all their names more.
Who are you like? Whose side are you on right now, Langdon or Santos?
I understand Santos's frustration. It's hard to pick a side because I get where she's coming from, but at the same time, it's like, if Langdon has done the work and is trying to be better, is that okay? Or do I fall on the side with Santos where it's like, you're stealing drugs from the hospital, you actually shouldn't be a doctor anymore. Like that's, I think that's final straw. You shouldn't be a doctor anymore, which I totally see that.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people are saying that apology he gave wasn't really like the greatest apology.
Yeah. That's super fair. But I mean, that storyline with the kid in the car was really sad. It's interesting to see what's going on with God, I literally don't know any of their names. It's so bad. It's like I watch and I'm like, but it's what are you know what I'm talking about?
Who?
Her and her sister. Her sister has a boyfriend and she's feeling
Bryan
left
Cranston's
out.
Daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel for her. She's having a tough season. She's got the deposition. She's getting put under this. She's dealing with her sister. She's clearly in a tough spot right now as well. And talk about timely. The Pitt does it extremely well. They had a situation where a woman was detained by ICE officers and had hurt her shoulder in some way and was taken into the hospital by these two officers, one who, completely covers his face the whole time he's in the hospital, and workers are leaving the hospital because they're nervous, and people are leaving their waiting room because they're nervous. And Robbie's trying to deal with keeping the ER running when they are in there and scaring everybody. And this woman who is just like, I just want to tell my daughter where I am. And they run off, they take her, and one of the other guys, the nurses, gets arrested because he tries to jump in and defend her. So once again, I think the Pitt does it so extremely well. It's so timely, and it's really feels like present day real life. So that's an A for sure. It's really, really good. And I kind of think that's all I want. I watched the episode 1 of Southern Hospitality, the new season. I have to catch up. I'm excited to watch. I loved last season of Southern Hospitality. So I'm excited for this one. Episode 1, I still was like, okay, Emmy, you're as deranged as always. Like it's just a really the lying and the shit that these guys have been pulling on each other on this show. It really is crazy after the last season's reunion, which was such a shit show. And I'm pretty sure that's it. I have to catch up on Grey's Anatomy. I saw a spoil. Like I didn't see a spoiler. I saw a post that was like Grey's Anatomy killed somebody off. I don't know who. I almost clicked, but then I was like, I'll watch the episode to find out. But that is everything I watched.
You definitely forgot Paradise.
Oh shit, I did forget Paradise. Thank you, Noah. The Monday drops really hard for me with Weekly Watch Report. Like by the time it's a whole new Monday's coming around, I watched the episode a week ago. Finally, that's all I'm going to say. Finally, Xavier's looking his wife in the face. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. Seems like she's okay, but Gary was pulling some shady shit and we knew it. We knew it was happening. We knew Gary was pulling that shady shit. But also,
shit. Like, what was his goal?
I don't
know.
When
he blew up that bomb, like, just kill everyone there?
Well, here's the thing. I'm thinking, like, it almost was like he was trying to kidnap her back. Like, it was like Terry's fine.
But then he should have let her bring her back.
Like, Terry left with the group, I think, like, on purpose.
Yeah, I don't really understand what his plan was because whether he... Like, the bomb wasn't his idea from the start, so it's like he didn't know that could have been a thing. And then, like, he blew him up.
Right, which is why maybe Gary wanted to just, like, kill a lot of these people and snag Terry.
He could never have let Xavier talk to his wife because she would immediately tell him this guy's a freak.
Yeah, it was a bad plan all around. It was not well thought out, and it didn't work for Gary. It did not work at all.
This is like my favorite show on TV, though.
It is so good. Noah, you know what I saw? I was blown away. You know Steve from Full House? He's the voice of the original Aladdin. If you saw him,
I'm not really a Full House guy, but
if you saw him, maybe you recognize him. He's a writer. He's a writer on Paradise. I had no idea.
Really?
I said, "Okay, Steve from Full House, writing Paradise, go off."
Wow.
Which I thought was really cool. The Jane of it all, she really freaks me out.
She's like my least favorite like storyline because I
just
don't like.
I didn't love this episode because of that because I just like don't necessarily get it that much.
Yeah.
And then with her birth and the thing with the tech guy being like you're giving birth to a killer. It was like I don't know.
Yeah.
It was all a lot. And then when she goes out to meet Thomas Doherty and his whole squad and whatever is going to happen there. I don't know what Sinatra's got up her sleeve, but I don't like it. And I like that Xavier's daughter is getting Sinatra's daughter to be like, hey, your mom's a nutcase. Maybe you should look into this.
She's about to get killed if she keeps doing that.
But I just like Xavier, I don't get Jane's endgame at all. Like whose side is she on? And what is she killing people for?
Her approval. She just wants someone's approval. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's a disaster.
Xavier's like got to take this like whole army now to the dome. Yeah. Like he's got all these people. First, I don't know what they're gonna do with Gary. Like kill Gary.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna happen to Gary. This episode was a B to me. It was good, but I am the least invested in Jane's storyline. And this episode was predominantly Jane stuff.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, now I think that's everything I watched.
The Pitt, I'll give an A-. Like even an episode of The Pitt where it's not like my favorite episode of the season is always like that's like the baseline for that show. Every episode is just so good. And yeah, I don't really know. I am very like into the whole Langdon. I think he's a great character, but I don't know if I like am on his side or not. Because
that's fair.
I am like he shouldn't have a job in reality, but he is also kind of still like a dick. But I don't know. But it's an A-. I watched DTF. I guess I'll be behind now because that's premiering tonight. But I like that show a lot too. That's like a solid B+. I think Jason Bateman is great in it, and also Linda Cardellini.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just one of those shows that you just want to know what happened.
Yeah, I got to start watching that. And we love Linda Cardellini. We got to jump in on that, Rhea.
I know. It's just a lot of traveling.
There's too many shows.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of shows that Matt and I want to watch together.
Same.
So
That's my problem
we've been,
too.
like holding them, you know what I mean, for when we're home.
Yep.
Paradise, I'll give it B+, but because honestly, just mainly because of the Jane stuff, which I just don't care that much about. But now I'm excited because I feel like now, hopefully, we are headed back to the Dome soon. So that gets a B+. Love Story, like I want to give it an F, but like I'll give it a D- because it actually was like funny. Like it was. You guys have seen Little Manhattan with
Josh Hutcherson.
What's his face? Josh Hutcherson. There's a scene in that, like, which I don't know why I just like for my whole life, like always joke about that scene where he's like crying, but it's like the funniest like cry like I've ever seen. Go back and watch it. But it's like
he's like a little kid in that.
Yeah, he's a little kid.
But it's like, I'm not putting it on Josh Hutcherson, but this is what it looked like when we have a grown, like this is supposed to be JFK Jr. like pouting and like moaning and crying, like I don't want you to leave. Everyone I ruined. Like it was so bad.
Is every week Noah hits this is supposed to be JFK Jr.
This is not like. Go watch an interview with JFK Jr. and then tell me that he's crying like this in his apartment. Like it seems so like the writing is maybe the worst part, but it's not. Nothing can be worse than his acting, but it's just so bad. Like I actually feel bad for what's her name, Sarah Pigeon.
Sarah Pigeon.
Because it's just like how could she not laugh in that moment? Like it was so bad.
She's in the character. She's in the zone.
I know,
she's making it work.
And I'm also like, I'm sure that like I actually didn't know. Like, I mean, it makes sense. I don't know how friendly they were with Princess Diana, but like I get they were obviously like probably knew each other. But it's like that seemed like a crazy. Like I know people like love Princess Diana, but that seemed like a crazy reaction. Like. It just seems so forced.
It was very played
and
up.
like
it was very
like,
dramatic.
I knew immediately.
I understand the connection the show was trying to make, but it was
but
it was
like
a little
when he
too forced in your. It was a little
goes to the dishwasher, and it's like I could tell like what they were trying to do, where it's like he's trying to like avoid what's happening, but it just was so bad. Like I was laughing. Like I think I watched it like after one of the concerts where I was kind of like. I was feeling good, and I'm like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like, if it was a comedy, it would be an A+.
It was. Yeah, some of like and it's just like a little bit of a frustrating watch with their relationship because it's like, you guys are saying really mean stuff to each other, and you really don't seem to like each other, and you're not in a good place. But then he's like, I'm gonna leave, and she's like, what? You're gonna leave? It's like you seem to actually really not like him at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, I get it. Where it's
a lot of fighting.
Anyone like who's in the Kennedy family, and like I would be like, this is insane that like they can just make this. Like I was actually thinking to myself, like, what if JFK Jr. watched this? Like, what if they like this is crazy that it is kind of crazy that they're allowed to just do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
Because it clearly, I don't believe any of that episode ever happened. Like that was just like this is just fan fiction.
No, that was fan fiction for sure.
That one was particularly insane.
Yeah. Wow, I just saw Florida lost. Damn.
Did they? I just missed it. And they were up with 2 seconds left, and I turned. It was my turn. So I turned.
Oh, and you turned your head. Well, something must have happened in Iowa. Won at the buzzer.
Well, I picked Iowa. So
hey. Go Trent.
Yeah, Trent was checking the game the other night too.
Go Trent.
And then the last thing I watched was, the last thing I watched was Rooster today. I watched episode 2. That's a show that I'm cutting it off at episode 2. I'm done. I just have no interest in it.
That's big.
Wow, okay, that's it.
Usually I see things through, even if they're bad. This one, I mean, maybe I'll throw it on if I have nothing. But it's not even that it's like bad. It's just like it just does nothing for me. Like no character interests me. Steve Carell is like playing like it's like in that Ted Lasso shrinking world of like that kind of humor, and Steve Carell's playing a character I feel like I've seen him play a million times, and I don't know. Yeah, I have no interest in it at all. And it's not even like
Damn.
a terrible show, I would say. It's just like I don't care.
You're just not interested.
No, so I'll give that like a C minus. I don't actually know. I haven't seen anyone talk about it, so I don't really even know like if people like it or not. But
yeah, and you didn't sell me, so I can't say
I
I'm
mean,
run into
I don't know. Like it's like
I
was never a Ted
Not
Lasso
selling
guy
me at all.
anyway.
Yeah.
So like it's the same.
That's true. You
kind
don't
of
really
thing.
like those shows, which makes me think I would really like it. So maybe I'll watch
I do
it.
think Fran might like it. Like, and I like Shrinking, but there are a lot of moments where I remember, oh, this is what this show is. Like, it's always going to be like feel good type stuff, which is fine.
Yeah,
but it's not necessarily like my
not your fave.
And I was meaning to go. I really want to go see Project Hail Mary, and there's no tickets.
I really want to see it too.
Let me tell you something. I tried multiple nights. I was like, Joe, he was like, the basketball's on. I was like, oh, because I don't have any time. I don't know when I'm going to go see it.
But my thing is like
next weekend, maybe.
But this is one of those movies where it's like you gotta see it
party.
IMAX 70. So I'm like, if I'm seeing it, I'm seeing an IMAX 70.
I know. I think I'm just gonna have to go see it normally. I was looking at weeks out for the IMAX 70. There's no seats at Lincoln Center.
Weeks, I think.
Really? Damn.
I was looking to try and go at like 11 a.m. on a random day. Like even that, like those were still sold out.
I might go like at 11 p.m. tomorrow. Like I actually like if there are. The thing is, it's like I don't want to sit so far up. Those tickets are still kind of scattered. But sometimes people like
to see it.
Sometimes people like return their tickets right before the.
People are saying that it is unbelievable.
People do buy tickets, like they just buy them up and then like last minute they don't go and like get the refund. But yeah, I mean, we talked about this on Same Page Book Club for those listening. If you're not listening to Same Page Book Club, you should be. And I read Project Hail Mary last month and 5-star book. It was so good. Loved it. Kelly sent me the link already because I was joking about how I'm going to need a Rocky stuffed animal, and a Rocky stuffed animal has been, I ordered it so fast. Like I ordered. Robbie Fox gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd. I replied to his story. I was like, oh my God, he said it was the best movie he's seen since Dune 2. I'm like, get me to see this fucking movie.
Like,
I need to see it.
Truly unbelievable. I can't wait to see it too.
Oh God. I know I'm going to love it. So I'm really dying to go see it. I'm with you. I really want to see it in IMAX, but if I don't get an IMAX seat, I'm just going to have to go see it in a normal theater.
Yeah.
Fair. Very fair.
Yep.
All right. That is everything we watched this week. And that wraps up the weekly watch report.